Good evening. I call this regular meeting to order at 6:34 p.m. Pledge of Allegiance led by myself, John Woo. Okay, please place your hands on your heart and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Wu,
Here.
Vice Mayor Menchaca,
Here.
Councilmember Chan,
Here.
Councilmember Ding,
Here.
Councilmember
Sorry.
Harrington.
We will now have some announcement from our Chief City Clerk.
Tonight's meeting is live streamed on the city's online platforms. If you wish to address the City Council during tonight's meeting, we request that you please complete a speaker's card and hand it to the clerk at this time. When speaking, please state your name for the record. During tonight's meeting, please keep all aisleways cleared.
Thank you. Approve of agenda order. Are there any objections to the agenda order? I hear now. The next item, please.
Presentations, recognition of retiring police department employees. Police Chief Elizalde will make the presentation, after which Mayor Wu will present certificates of recognition.
Good evening, Chief.
Yes. Good evening, Council and Mayor Wu, Councilman Ding, Vice Mayor Menchaca, Councilman Chen, and Councilman Harrington. Tonight I have the distinct pleasure of presenting to you two gentlemen that have served this community and its residents and businesses for over 24 years and over 23 years. Tonight marks their first steps towards retirement with a presentation to you. They not only served this community with honor and distinction, but they completed a chapter in their life over 23 and 24 years, and that is a long time for anybody to be in any one profession, especially law enforcement in today's world. So before I introduce Lieutenant Cruz Hernandez and Sergeant Martin Garcia, I'd like to ask if we can all give them a warm round of applause for their efforts and dedication to the city of San Gabriel. So Lieutenant Cruz Hernandez began his journey with the San Gabriel Police Department as a reserve officer on February 5th of 2000 and will be retiring on December 27th with 24 years and 10 months of service. Sergeant Martin Garcia began his career as a police officer on December 3rd, 2001 and will also be retiring on December 27th of this year with 23 years of service. Mayor Wu, may I please present to you Lieutenant Cruz Hernandez and Sergeant Martin Garcia.
Thank you. May I invite my colleagues to join me to present the certificate as well? Oh, maybe you should go first. Let's present the certificate then. Thank you.
Can you maybe one more for here? Okay, thank you. And the last one for here, yeah. Hold on, just 1 second.
Just real quick, I'm gonna start them and then we'll switch. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, and switch please. Okay, perfect. Is that ready? 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, and 3. Just put that in so you can.
Thank you so much.
Okay, oh,
May we light on?
I don't have a speech, just a brief, some words, just from the Garcia household. I want to I think it's only right that we thank the city of San Gabriel for taking a chance on me 23 years ago. During that time, of course, I had a family and I bought a home, and I was able to do that because of the money that I earned here, and I just want to thank you for that. And that's all I have.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. It's been a long journey. Seems like yesterday. I keep telling everybody it just seems like yesterday, but it's gone by fast. It's been very good experience. Worked with a lot of great leaders from my military times in the Navy. I think I've gone through 4 city managers and 3 chiefs, being Elzaldi the new one. And I'm just fortunate to be in this position and wear these bars and serve the community. The community has done great things for us, and it's been a pleasure working in a historic city like this. San Gabriel is very unique, as we all know, and that's why we are dedicated to our jobs here, and that's why you guys come here every day or every meeting. But I thank the men and women that I work with. I'm going to miss them. I thank them for all their support, and it's been a great career. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, and I want to say thank you to my, sorry, one more thing. I always forget. Thank you to my family, my wife's here, Melissa, and my mother, my parents for raising me the way they did, and I think I made some good choices in life, so to stand here before you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are so honored to have your service in our city for so long. Thank you so much again. Next item, please.
Public comment. This is the time set aside for members of the public to address the city council on items of interest that are not on the agenda but are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the San Gabriel City Council. If you wish to address the council, please fill out a speaker's card and give it to the clerk. Our first speaker tonight is Ray Lara.
Thank you, members of the City Council, for allowing me an opportunity to express some of the concerns I have as a citizen of San Gabriel. Approximately 3 years ago, when I moved in here, there was talk of a new police station being worked on and things that were supposed to happen to improve the police department. I'm here just to ask you to support this new business and purchase of a modular structure to help them do their job a whole lot better. It's a great department, and by showing our support as citizens and you folks, I think we can get them to do their job even better. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I have no more speaker cards.
Okay, so next item, please.
Consent calendar. All items listed under the consent calendar are considered routine, and recommendations will be approved in one motion unless a member of the City Council or public requests separate discussion. We have not received a request from the public to pull an item. Staff requests that item 4G be approved with a corrected resolution number of 24-74.
Thank you. So would any council member like to pull an item for separate discussion? I see none. So do I have a motion?
I'll move to approve the
Yes.
consent agenda with
With-
the amendment.
I'll second.
So motion made by Vice Mayor Menchaca and a second by Councilman Harrington. Please vote.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. There you go. That was it.
Motion passes by a vote of 5-0.
Next item, please.
Public hearing, fiscal year 2025 to 2026 Community Development Block Grant, Programs Budget, and Allocation.
I now open the public hearing. So management analysis, Kayla Course will make the staff presentation. Kayla, please.
Thank you. Good evening, members of the council and members of the public. My name is Kayla, and I'm here to present the Community Development Block Grant, or CDBG, Program Plan and Budget for fiscal year 2025 and 2026. Firstly, the purpose of CDBG funds are to meet national objectives and serve low and moderate income populations. Expenditure limits for these funds exist in two categories. First, there's a 15% cap in the public service category, and second, at least 70% of the funds must be used to benefit persons of low and moderate income levels. So the proposed CDBG budget for fiscal year 2025-2026 is approximately $287,651. This reflects about a $19,394 increase from the current fiscal year allocation. We are looking at the code enforcement program, the youth services program, which is a public service, the graffiti control program, which is also a public service, our new projects, which are the pedestrian ramp improvement project and the housing rehabilitation program, as well as the street improvement program. A little bit more about these programs. Code enforcement addresses the decline of property maintenance, substandard housing, and health and safety issues in low and moderate income block groups. The youth services program provides recreational sports programming for students attending middle school grades within the San Gabriel Unified School District. The graffiti control program allows staff to identify and remove graffiti on public and private property in residential and neighborhood commercial properties within the low and moderate income group areas. And then our pedestrian ramp improvement project, which, as I mentioned before, is a new project for this year. Upon approval of this new program, staff will update pedestrian ramps to ADA standards in areas with approximately 70% low and moderate income populations. Up on the slide, you can see a list of proposed locations for those improvements. And then lastly, we have our housing rehabilitation program. Once again, this is a new program funded this year. With the approval of this program, we will select slum and blight areas and provide funding for essential repairs and upgrades to enhance living conditions and support revitalization within the community. You may notice that we are starting low with the funding for this project, and that's just because we've noticed that it takes a lot of administrative work and time to complete these projects, so we wanted to start small and potentially increase the budget for that program next year. Additionally, we have the after-school program. The city may receive an additional allocation of CDBG funds from the LA County 1st District Supervisor. The current allocation of these funds is about $20,630. We're expecting somewhere around the same, but the County Board of Supervisors is expected to announce its allocations during the spring of 2025. Staff recommends adopting resolution number 24-58, authorizing the allocation of CDBG funds for fiscal year 25-26 from LACTA for activities and projects described in this presentation and in Exhibit A of resolution 24-58. Number 2, we recommend carrying over any CDBG funds unspent at the close of the fiscal year 24-25 and recognize the receipt of fiscal year 25-26 CDBG program funds awarded by LACTA to the city in the city fiscal year 25-26 budget. Third, we recommend recognizing the receipt of an estimated $20,630 of CDBG funds from the LA County First District Supervisor's Office if funds are approved by the Board of Supervisors for the after-school sports program for youth in grades 6 through 8. Fourth, we recommend allocating fiscal year 2025-26 CDBG funds in excess of estimated funds to the pedestrian ramp improvement program, the code enforcement program, the graffiti control program, the housing rehabilitation program, and/or the youth services program. And lastly, we recommend authorizing the city manager to execute new contracts with LACTA for the allocation of fiscal year 2025-2026 CDBG program and adjust as necessary to reflect the actual allocation of funds to San Gabriel. And then here we have members of the audience. We have Angela from Public Works. We have Matthew from Community Services, to answer questions regarding those departments, and then I'll try my best to answer you for community development.
Thank you very much, Kayla.
Yes.
Does any council member have questions for staff to clarify the report? Yes, Councilman Chen, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Kayla, thank you for the presentation. It's very good, and actually it answered, and I want to confirm that it answers my question, because in the staff report, I wasn't quite sure what housing rehabilitation means, but
Yes.
On your page 4, it does explain that there are certain areas, blight areas, and then in the city, and staff will be choosing, prioritizing certain projects, right?
So LACTA actually helps us select those slum and blight areas. They have to meet a certain list of requirements.
Oh, I see.
And as long as an area is eligible
Okay.
and meets all of those requirements, we can use the funds in that area to rehabilitate
Okay.
kind of run down and out of date.
And that's
unsafe
between
conditions.
city staff and LACTA, and not meaning that, I guess what I'm meaning is it wouldn't be a process where specific, like, residents would come and request certain projects.
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, so that's between you and county government?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Thank you, Councilmember Chen. Anyone else? I see none. So, Chief City Clerk, do we have any public comment?
No public comment, Mayor.
Thank you. Now I close the public hearing. It's time for council deliberation and discussion. Who would like to start? I see none. Maybe we need a motion?
Well, I was just going to say,
Yeah.
looks like a good project, and it's always good to receive funding for our projects. So, yeah, I'm on board. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll move to approve the the item.
And all 5 items will be motion to approve for one, just one motion needed.
Yeah.
Well, I guess as, I'll move to approve the recommendation provided by staff, which includes 5 items.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Okay, I have, the motion has been made by Vice Mayor Menchaca and second by Councilmember Chen. Please vote.
Motion passes by a vote of 5-0.
Thank you. Next item, please.
We have no continued business this evening. Item 7A, new business, purchase of a modular structure in the amount of $277,507.78, plus $65,000 for utility installations and site preparation work, and discussion of a multi-phase expansion project of the San Gabriel Police Building. Police Chief Elizalde will make the presentation.
Good evening, Mayor and council members, Mr. Lazaretto. Tonight, I have the pleasure and want to thank you for allowing me to present to you and to the community a proposed multi-phase expansion program for the police department. Just a little bit of history. Our current police station was built in February of 1962. And over the years and decades, we have outgrown the building. In some areas, specifically the locker rooms, we are physically out of room. We are no longer able to provide an adequate and safe working environment for the men and women. And over the years, multiple repairs have been made to the roof, electrical, and most recently, plumbing. Our staff has grown over the years and is projected to continue growing in the coming years to meet the demands of our community. In September of this year, the administration wing was completed and houses my office, the 2 captains, and other staff members. Early last year, the city looked at a possible measure for a bond study to check the feasibility if we were to put a measure on the ballot in the general election, if it would be supported, which if it were, would possibly create funds to build a brand-new police department. The data that we received was strong and supporting. However, the experts deemed that it wasn't strong enough to pass the election. With that, the city manager approached me and we began having conversations about an expansion of the current police station. And that was the genesis of this proposal before you tonight. What we're looking at doing, and my immediate needs right now, are for locker rooms for the men and women of the organization. Again, for the women's locker room, we're physically out of room, and the infrastructure in the basement for the men's locker room can no longer be supported. Phase 1 would focus on the purchasing of these modular structures that would be placed in the rear lot of the station, and when up and running would be brand-new temporary locker rooms for the men and women. They would be ADA compliant, they would be divided, and they would also be equipped with brand-new equipment lockers that we have went to council with and was already approved. That in itself would allow us enough room to start the second phase. The second phase of the project would be partnering with a third-party entity to do a master plan or an assessment of our needs, not only our current needs, but our needs into the future. Once we had those plans and a comprehensive report back to us, we would then come back to council and present the findings of that master plan. Thirdly, we would then partner with, through an RFP process, a project manager that would be able to see not only the construction, but bring the plans and the priorities for the organization to fruition. So with that, the third phase being that through an RFP process and awarding a contract to a contractor, they would finish up the project. The timeframe that we're looking at aggressively would be around 3 years, but perhaps up to 5. Those are not set in stone, and we wouldn't know truly what that timeframe would look like until we got the master plan back, and also what we were able to do with the existing structure. Just for reference, the area that we are looking at and focusing on is the use of the jail. Our jail has become a storage area. We no longer use it for in-custodies because we contract with Alhambra Police Department. And on initial visits with some engineers, they believe that that space could be used, but they also warned us that it would take some studies from engineers to see if it was actually feasible as to what we wanted to accomplish. So again, I come to you asking for your approval and accepting the purchase of the modular structures as the first phase. And then secondly, go into discussions with regards to further expansion and what is possible for the department. Thank you. And I can take any questions.
Thank you, Chief. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and members of the council. I just want to reiterate or underscore the last point that Chief Elizalde made. The only thing we're asking you all to approve tonight is the purchase of the modular buildings. We're laying out what a plan could be for the future, but we're not locked into anything. We're not locked into any consultants. We're not locked into a remodel versus a brand new building. We will be bringing those proposals back. There will be several meetings, I'm sure, and discussions at the council level and with the community. So again, tonight, the only thing that we're taking action on is the purchase of the 2 modular buildings. And then the chief is just giving you a primer on what we think the best next steps are. Thank you.
Thank you, City Manager. And does any council member have question for Chief to clarify? Not? And City Clerk, Chief City Clerk, do we have any public comment?
We do, Mr. Mayor. We received a written comment expressing concern from Jorge Herrera Avila, resident and council member-elect. We also have several speakers in person. The first is Isaac Chan.
So I hate to sour the mood because I know today has been a celebratory day. We celebrated police officers earlier, but I wanted this message to be one of caution because I think any police department should still be held accountable and we should still be cautious before we're putting our money. And I mainly want to tell 3 key stories today. I'll tell this one first. So I actually got into an accident on Mission Road back in September, and I'm going to commend the police officers that came and helped me there because unfortunately I hit an undercover police car. But I also want to emphasize that even though I think our police department has some good aspects, I think there's a lot to be concerned about. I think it's worth to bring up these cautionary stories just to be sure exactly what we're putting our money into. The first one I want to bring up is Pedro Meza, which I imagine the city council is very familiar with, but unfortunately I don't think many residents of San Gabriel are. The first time I learned his story was when I passed the San Gabriel Police Department and I saw a massive demonstration. And I think that speaks to sort of like lack of transparency that's been given to a lot of our citizens, especially regarding this decision. I don't think less than half of our citizens are actually going to see this meeting and realize we're funding what is still a massive investment into our police station. And while I'm not speaking against that or the need for that, again, I'm just saying we have to recognize maybe we should be more cautious, or maybe we should look at the history and we should look at maybe considering to be more careful and cautious for our money. And so with Pedro Meza's story, I also want to talk about another story, this being one of my friends as a fellow high schooler who has been very much slighted by the police department. So she's a victim of parental abuse, and through 2 incidences, she's gone to the San Gabriel Police Department and she's received less than favorable reception. And I think that just says that, unfortunately, despite what we celebrated today, that, again, we should be cautious and we should still be looking at our authorities with a discerning eye and recognizing maybe that we should question them more than just funding this project. Again, I understand the necessity of and the need for, but I'm just bringing up these stories to illustrate that we should still be cautious and we should still be careful, especially since my friend has been effectively abused by her father who has sole custody, and her story has not been well received by the police. Instead, she's been ignored and she's been dismissed, even when her father threw a chair at her and he hit her brother. I think that's unacceptable in any world, and she submitted a perfectly fine public comment that unfortunately won't be read at today's city council meeting. And because of that, I urge the council not to necessarily reject this measure, but just to remind them that we should be cautious and we should hold our authorities accountable. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next speaker is John Ramirez.
Good evening, City Council. My name is John Ramirez, and excuse me, I have a cold, so my voice is not completely here, but I'm here to support the Chief of Police and his request for the modulars. I feel where they have done a terrific job. with the safety of the city, and I feel where they need this because our city has grown with all these mixed-use buildings, more citizens, and of course, our police has expanded, and they need more room. So I'm in favor for this. Again, I think we need really to support our police department as they support us. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have more?
I have no more speaker cards.
Thank you. Okay, so it's now time for council's discussion. Who would you like to start?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I can turn this on. Okay, great. Yes, I just wanted to kind of just give elaborate a little bit more on this history lesson that you gave the public, and maybe between you and Mark, kind of explain that, we have gone out, we surveyed our community to see how receptive they would be for a bond, because we're looking at, what's the number now? 60 million, 70 million? Keeps changing every year, to redo to build a new facility.
Generally speaking, from a ground-up, brand-new facility, from what I've been told from one of our vendors in initial talks, was roughly, depending on what we're looking at, is around $75 million.
Okay, now it's 75. Okay, when I first got on council, it was like 30. And so that number is bigger than our budget. So we have to have some kind of financing, and the bond is the best way to do it. But our community wasn't convinced. And so we very methodically went through this process and decided that we were going to do this expansion, because a lot of it is required. We have a lot more women. It's probably 10 times as much as, 10 years ago, which is wonderful, but we don't have accommodations for our women officers. And we don't have a lot that are just the basics, the lockers. So I understand that these expansions are really important. But I wanted to ask Mark, maybe Mark would be more appropriate. Approving this tonight will not prevent us from continuing on with the path of educating our community. And can you explain what that means? Because when we had the results from the consultant, they were very specific that we need to continue to do that. And so I want to make sure it's not one or the other, that we're running in parallel. Can you please describe or share a little bit more about that process?
I'd be very happy to, Vice Mayor Menchaca. So as you mentioned, we polled our community. For those who aren't policy wonks, we would need a supermajority in order to pass a bond. And what that means is 66 2/3% of voters in the city of San Gabriel would have to approve a parcel tax levied upon themselves in order to be able to afford a bond. It was very strong. I think it came out at the high 50s, which means that more than half of the voters would likely support it, but it was less than the 66 2/3, and we felt like it'd be throwing money away to put it on the ballot. The pollsters who worked for us said that the community is generally very supportive of our police department and our fire department, and in some ways that works against us because they're able to do exemplary work in a building that is less than adequate, and the public, without the knowledge of what that building looks like, thinks that we can just continue doing that great work and doesn't see the need. And so the pollster said, if you want to be successful in the future, then you need to educate the community on how this will continue to maintain response times, safety in the community, crime rates being lower than our neighbors, that kind of thing. I do want to reiterate that we aren't locking into that bond as the only approach, working with our finance director and some financial consultants. And we think we can afford a much smaller amount just using our budget and doing a long-term financing without having to go to the people. Doesn't mean we won't, and doesn't mean we won't test that again. But the consultants that we hire to do a master plan will look at both remodel with a small addition or maybe just within the confines, and then also look at a whole building. And as the chief mentioned, they will give us a price, a ballpark price for what that would cost to build. So it'll give us information, and then we can use that information to go out, and if we need to do a bond, educate the community on why that's needed. And if it isn't, we would still educate the community on why we're spending, $15 million or $10 to $15 million on a facility. I think that we would still want to be transparent and open with the community.
And all this could take, at a minimum, 2 years to do this master plan that would include financing as well as, what our needs are, immediate needs are.
I would like to think we'd have a master plan back to you in a year to 18 months, and then that brings the discussion of how we then finance it. We would try to go quickly so that if we wanted to put something on that November of 2026 ballot, we have time to do that. That would be our next opportunity unless we declared a fiscal emergency, and I'm not sure we could adequately do that. So we're stuck with that November of 2026. So that is likely, as you said, a year and a half or so, and then at that point, if we kick off construction, it's a couple of years to be built. So at a minimum, we're looking at 3.5 to 5 years before we had a new facility or a remodeled facility.
Thank you. So this is just the beginning. But this module is for our immediate needs. And I think it got a little confusing because you talked about, I know you were trying to include all the information, but I think some of the public, I know some of the calls I got a little confused. They thought, it was phase 1, 2, 3. But it's strictly the module, and that's all. And then we'll continue with this conversation with the master plan. There's going to be ample time to do everything else. But this is all we're looking at right now is the module.
That is correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Anyone else? Yes. To me?
Yeah.
About what? About this?
You closed the.
But we have already closed the public comment.
Right, so it's up to you. You can reopen it or you can not.
No, not at this point. Thank you. Yes,
Mayor.
Councilman Ding?
Yeah, it's same issue like Vice Mayor Machanga talking about a public safety building. Actually, I'm living the San Gabriel like 20 years, even like 15. I think 15 or 20 years ago, I'm just a resident and hear about it. Our city plan to finance for our police the new building. That time, I remember like around $40 million. So right now, it's $75 million.
Councilman, that's just a very general assessment based on a walkthrough of the property and just some visioning that we had with the vendor.
Yeah, I think if more delay, it's more expensive to build it. Okay, so it's a tough decision, but for my feeling, I have chance to for the citizen academy. It's hosting by the former our chief for the class. I have chance to visit the whole building with our police department. I feel like really feel like sorry. It's because the too old condition. So it's really it's not good for our policeman or woman to they take a rest or in the locker room. So it's really needed like the new building to help. So my feeling, it's really want to help our PD department that have the good condition to work for us. And I remember also it's the last 2 years we discussed about not if a new building, we not just for the police department, but also it's for the fire department too, right? It's because our fire department is too old too, and plus we have the like some hotel, the high building, we need a ladder, so maybe current facility is not enough to fit in. So maybe that's a good idea, and but I also need like a resident to support it for the future. But temporarily, I think the module is a good idea because I have a chance to go to the some council, I think a city, legal city, they have the exhibition to talking about this module. It's really like a new model. It's easy to expand it and temporary. I think it's important for our the police officer to use it. So I'm glad to like City Manager Mark talking about we have two. One is try still working on the new building for the public finance, right? And the second one, it's like today your proposal, yeah. So I feel it's the question is if we approve today, this module, how long will become build it and fix it?
So speaking with the vendor, we're looking, and our hopes are within 60 days it could be functional.
60 days?
60.
60. Well, that's so fast.
And with that, during that time that the manufacturer is working on the specs of the modular, our public works partners would be doing some prep work as far as trenching for plumbing and working with Southern California Edison to bring the right electricity to operate the building.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, because the vendor told me it's very easy to install it. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Mayor.
Welcome. Thank you, Councilmember Dean. Anyone else? Yes, Councilmember.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I agree with my colleagues that, I see every day the great work that our PD does with the resources they're given. And so this isn't, to me, it's not a frivolous expense. This is something they really need. So I support it. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Councilmember Chen and Councilmember Harrington.
Thank you, Mayor. One of the first assignments I had, Chief, when I first got on council was being on the committee for the police facility. And that it was well developed. It was already, the plans were already done. I have a background in development, so they wanted me to be on that committee. And at that point, when I first got on, the budget was $24 million. You imagine it was $24 million. I made a few suggestions and it became $30 million. And so I stopped making suggestions. But if you see, at that point, that was more than our budget at the time as well. It's always going to be more than our budget no matter when we do it. Had we done it then, we'd be done with our financing now. We would have already had a facility built and paid. Now, we'd have more debt than we have right now, but we'd also have a facility. And if you think about it, that facility, a stitch in time, would have saved us, $40 million, $50 million. You're going to pay the interest, you're going to have the debt, but it's going to be nowhere near what it's going to be 10 years from now, 5 years from now. So my point is, whenever you can do construction, if you have to stretch, and this goes for anybody that's trying to build any project or buy a house, always stretch as far as you can when you can. Don't overextend, but stretch when you can do it. You might have to, tighten the belt and not do some other things you might want to do, but it always makes sense to do it when you can, because we will chase this facility forever until we get it built. Just one more thing of word of wisdom would be get some, and this might be city attorney might close your ears. Get some pictures and things, and get the education going out there and show the working conditions that you're dealing with. I think that will turn the tide of the public, because anybody that's been in that facility knows. I mean, I've been in the range. I've been in I've seen the cells. That's for all intents and purposes, it's not a usable facility. It's just what we have to use. So yeah, I would support this.
Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you, Councilmember Harrington. No, not yet. I have, just a quick, I said, finally, it's my turn, right? The power of inflation.
So I thought you wanted me to say something.
Well, thank you so much, Chief, for the report. I just have a quick questions about the reason that you bring this proposal, because the fund were not included in our current year budget.
That is correct.
So beyond this proposal, the city has we evaluated the cost for requiring to maintain the existing building? It was built in 1962.
That is correct.
So whatever we have approved, that will be only for the modular structure, but not any existing properties maintenance.
That is
we had that already in our budget.
That is correct. Tonight's primary focus is the purchase of the modular structures to serve as the men and women's locker room. And then in speaking just generally as multi-phase or phase 2 or phase 3, again, working with a vendor to conduct a needs assessment, a master plan, coming with that comprehensive report, and included in there would be a budget as to what we want to do, and then in that as well, they would identify our priorities as to what in the station is a priority that needs to go first, going to Councilman Harrington's suggestion as well.
Thank you. And also, since this is like a government-funded project and we outsource to the construction company, so is the amount of construction costs is already include the use of union workers? Do we need to use that, or will the prevailing wages be paid to the worker?
Those, I believe, are prevailing wages, but again, those are conversations and reports that we would bring back to the council after concluding with the master plan or assessments to determine what is best and what is financially available to us to move forward with each and every step after that.
Okay, great. Thank you. I will support this one. And so maybe I will have my colleagues to
Make a motion.
So,
Okay, for the staff recommendation?
I'll second.
So a motion made by Councilman Ding and second by Vice Mayor Menchaca. Please vote.
Motion passes by a vote of 5-0.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Resolution number 24-73, declaring the results and reciting the fact of the San Gabriel General Municipal Election held November 5th, 2024. And I will make that presentation for you. Mr. Mayor and members of the City Council, on November 5th, 2024, a general municipal election was held for the purpose of electing 2 members of the City Council. This item is to declare the results, the election of Tony Ding and Jorge Herrera Avila as members of the City Council for 4-year terms. The voter turnout for this election was 64.66%, much higher than we've seen for many years. Of those that voted, 27% voted in person and 73% voted by mail. The staff recommendation this evening is to adopt resolution number 24-73, reciting the fact of the general municipal election. I'm available for any questions.
Thank you. Does any council member has question for Chief City Clerk to clarify the report? I see now. So Chief City Clerk, do we have any public comment?
No public comment, Mayor.
Okay, it's now time for council discussion. Who would like to start? Councilman Chen? No? Okay. Then I need a motion.
I'll move to approve.
Say it again.
I move to approve the recommendation, staff recommendation.
Okay, a motion has made by Vice Mayor Menchaca
I'll second.
and second by Councilmember Harrington. Please vote.
Motion passes by a vote of 5-0.
Next item, please.
Recognition of outgoing council member John R. Harrington. We have several presenters to recognize Councilmember Harrington, followed by council comments. The first presenter is Mike Eng on behalf of Congresswoman Judy Chu.
Well, thank you very much, and good evening, Mayor Wu, Vice Mayor Menchaca, and council members, and the very capable leadership and staff of the great city of San Gabriel. Congresswoman Judy Chu sends her regrets that she's in Washington, D.C. this week and not able to attend, but she wanted to join me, who previously represented San Gabriel in the State Assembly and later on in the Community College Board of Trustees. She wanted to join me in comments regarding outgoing council member John Harrington. John, you took office in March of 2011. That seems like a a lifetime ago compared to other events I've attended. I was a state assembly member at the time, and I appreciate the collaboration with the city at that time with a very knotty issue, which was proposal to disassemble redevelopment. I'm sure you remember that. Judy Chu was elected to Congress in 2009, and we both wanted to express our appreciation for your long public service to the city and the San Gabriel Valley. On behalf of Congresswoman Judy Chu of the 28th District, it is my honor to present her certificate of congressional recognition to John R. Harrington. I don't think I'm allowed to come in there. You want to come out here, or? Okay.
Okay, maybe one more for
Excuse me. Okay, here, please.
Okay, everybody, one more for here, yeah?
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next presenter is Senator Sasha Renee Perez.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm your new incoming senator for the 25th Senate District, Sasha Renee Perez. Really proud to be with you all today. I was the mayor of the city of Alhambra, so very familiar with the city of San Gabriel. You all have an incredible and beautiful city, but really proud to be here today to honor Councilmember John Harrington. Councilmember Harrington, you have done a tremendous amount of work for the city. 13 years is quite impressive to be serving the city of San Gabriel. I know, having served on a city council myself, this is really a labor of love. We do it because we love our communities, we love our residents. It is not by no means a way that any one of us gets rich, but it's really a service to our communities. So just want to thank you for all of the hard work that you've put in over the years. I'm confident that you will continue to serve the community of San Gabriel in the years to come in other capacities, but look forward to hearing what your next steps will be very soon, and just proud to be here to honor you today. So.
Sasha, John. Okay, one more for here, yeah? Thank you.
The next presenter is Assemblymember Mike Fong.
Good evening, San Gabriel City Council. It's a distinct honor and privilege to join all of you here today for this meeting and to express my thanks and appreciation to Councilmember Harrington. Thank you so much, Councilmember Harrington, for your leadership and efforts here at the City of San Gabriel for 14 distinguished years of service to the City of San Gabriel. We partnered on different projects, infrastructure as well, including La Laguna Playground, and I'm really grateful for the leadership and efforts you've done around local programs, events, including the Farmers Market, Ride SGV, and many events in the community. And it's great to see you. Thank you for your service and leadership. And on behalf of the California State Assembly and the 49th District, I'd like to present a certificate to the Honorable John Harrington for your 14 years of service to the City of San Gabriel. Thank you for representing the City of San Gabriel as both council member and mayor with pride and dignity. Congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you for rounding it up. I said, thanks, Mike, for rounding it up to 14. It's 13.9, but I love rounding it up. Just make sure PERS rounds it up, too.
Okay, one more for here yet? Okay, last one yet? Okay.
The next presenter is Ross Meza of the Alhambra City Council.
Do I have to rank them?
Good evening. Mayor Wu, Vice Mayor Menchaca, Councilmember Ding, Councilmember Chan, Councilmember Harrington, and City Manager Lazaretto. Good to see you all. Came here from a very long distance, had a long drive down Main Street, from your neighboring city of Alhambra. But wanted to come tonight on behalf of the city of Alhambra, my colleagues on the Alhambra City Council, and recognize and appreciate John Harrington for your 14 years of service to the city of San Gabriel. I think a lot of us, kind of go back and forth between cities. I feel like San Gabriel is also my hometown, kind of being next door. But want to thank you on behalf of the residents of Alhambra for the great service to the city of San Gabriel for so many years. I know you will be missed. Your colleagues will miss you. But want to thank you and appreciate you once again and wish you the very best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Got it.
They have a ribbon on theirs.
Their city's richer than us.
Yeah, they got some funding. Oops.
What is that?
Right.
Okay, we also have a certificate that was provided by Arcadia City Council. And Marilyn, if you would present that to Councilmember Harrington.
Can I get their city manager to present it to me? I'm making that. No, their city manager.
Right. If only we knew someone who had connections.
Just a little inside baseball. The reason I asked for it is I went to high school with the Arcadia city manager. That's why I said that.
Is there anyone else that wanted to present to Councilmember Harrington?
From City of Monterey Park, Mayor Vingo.
Oh, over here, Ben.
Mayor Wu, Vice Mayor Menchaca, rest of the City Council. On behalf of the City of Monterey Park, we'd like to present a certificate of recognition for former Mayor and Councilmember John Harrington for your, I'm just going to say, decades of community service, which will continue on for more decades because you're a member of this community, well-deserved, happy retirement, sort of. Congratulations, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. I know you will be serving the city in different capacity. Congratulations. I'll pass it on to Mayor Pro Tem Elizabeth.
Thank you, Mayor Vin.
just keeping it short and sweet. Thank you for your leadership, your contribution, and congratulations on retiring from this position. It's an honor to be here on behalf of Monterey Park.
Thank you, thank you.
I'll just add my congratulations and appreciation, John, for your many years of service. I got to know you when I worked for former Assemblymember Mike Ing, actually, as his field rep, covered San Gabriel, and you were new to the city council position. Here we are 14 years later. Both of us have not aged at all.
Nope.
Not at all. But and as a fellow Catholic schoolboy, I really appreciate your many years of service and look forward to what you're going to do next.
Thank you.
Look here, look here. Look here, look here.
The next is LA County Assessor Jeffrey Prang.
Good evening, Mayor, council members, Councilmember Harrington. I actually came here today just to make sure that you had paid your taxes. I think it was due last week, but it's a pleasure to be back here before the City Council. There's a lot of things going on here in the city of San Gabriel. It is a time to thank those who have served for so long and to welcome the returning and new City Council members. But at the moment, I just wanted to come, John, to thank you for the service that you provide to this city and to LA County for the last 13 years. City Council is really a labor of love. We don't make lots of money doing it. If you were like me when I was a city council member, you were assaulted in the grocery store and sometimes at your home. But you've really contributed to one of the finest run cities here in Los Angeles County. The people have enjoyed a great quality of life, lots of wonderful services, and that leadership that you provided to help provide such a great community is truly commendable. And I'm really happy to be here to add my voice to what has been a simple chorus of praise on behalf of your service and your leadership. I brought you a proclamation, not one of those cheesy certificates like you get from the assembly member. But I'm not going to read it, but suffice it to say, it says lots of nice things about you and the things that you did during your tenure as a council member. And on behalf of the County of Los Angeles, I just want to wish you and your family many more years of success, prosperity, and happiness. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right here, please. 1, 2, 3. Got it.
The next speaker is Sue Fitzsimmons.
Mayor Wu, Vice Mayor Menchaca. Congratulations, Tony Ding, on the election. But I'm here tonight on 2 agenda items. The first one is John Harrington. Thank you for your 14 years of service to our city. We have tapped you for many, many, many items. Your dedication, your honesty, you have drilled down on many items, sometimes not so popular, but somehow we got through it. We have faced some hard times in the city, but as we all work together, we come out ahead. You have always been, put our city first before your family and the residents, and for that we are very, very grateful. I want to thank you for your friendship and for your support to our Police K-9 nonprofit. I wish you the best in your next adventure. Please stay in touch. God bless you. The other item, the other item is a little bit different. I'm here tonight to talk about George Herrera. You won the election, but it was filled with deception, and that's not what this city is about. Shame on you. Sitting on the council is a very important job and not to be taken lightly. Decisions must be made involving many thousands of dollars, contracts, wages, new constructions that directly affect the city and its residents, me. Each member of the city council is very transparent in both their professional and their private lives. You are not. When you started your campaign, it was with a deception. You were asked about your employment. You did not divulge the fact that you were fired from 2 jobs. When you were working for your election to the city council, you were not employed. When you, your campaign brochure was very deceptive. In the Chinese translation, it said that you were city manager. You went along with that. That's deception, sir. Sometimes you even pose as being the mayor. That's deception. Why are you doing that to the residents of the city of San Gabriel? That's not right. That's not what we're founded on. Don't you read your script before it's put to print? How, as we as residents, can support and trust you with making these major decisions if you are not honest? Tonight, I am here to say, sir, you are not qualified to sit on this city council with these great council members. I vote a lack of confidence to you, and I do hope that the residents of this city of San Gabriel will go along with me and along with the city council. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue.
Is there anyone else wishing to present to Councilmember Harrington?
Thank you, Chief City Clerk. Well, it's now my colleagues' term. They hold their tears for a long time. It's finally their term. Okay, so who would like to go first?
I'll make it short.
Vice Mayor.
Mr. Harrington, I can call you John now.
Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Call me Denise. I just wanted to say that, we started off a little rough. I think, we didn't quite agree, but we found common ground, and I really appreciated the time that we spent together as colleagues. You've been, you were the most experienced, I won't say old, but the most experienced, because I'm the oldest, or no, actually you are, but now I get to I'm now the most experienced on the council, which is shocking for me.
Well, I got 10 more minutes.
Yeah. But you will be missed. You have always been a strong force here in our council, and just so much institutional knowledge. You've been, not only when you were on council, but when you were a resident, you really were extremely involved, a strong advocate. And I'm going to hold you to it that you're going to continue on. And I already have a job for you, as you know. I want you to help us with the Mission Playhouse. I think you will just shine just like you did with La Laguna. And I'm hoping to be able to work with you with that, because I think both of us have that passion to really bring the Mission Playhouse to the level that it should be financially, and in every way, actually. I don't know what else to say, but I hope to see you in the streets.
Appreciate it.
You can harass
Millions.
me then. But anyway, I wish you well in your next journey, whatever that journey ends up being. I know eventually you'll be retiring. I hope you travel and just have complete fulfillment in your next chapter. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Vice Mayor Menchaca. Should I respond one at a time or all of you at once?
It's your,
Oh, okay.
It's your time now.
That's the first time this council's ever let me do that. Well, Denise, I really appreciate those words. I think you have brought a level of professionalism and compassion and that a lot of people you don't see at a city council level. I mean, the level that you show towards our community. I mean, I've seen some times where, like you said, maybe we didn't agree on the issue, but I think both of us had coming from a good place and want the best thing to happen. And that's, there's 10 ways to get to where you want to go, and sometimes, we're getting there. But I really do appreciate the kind of the balance and the like the counterpoints and everything you've brought. It really makes us a better council by having these, frank discussions, and I really will. That's the one part of the council I will miss are the dialogues we have. I really do appreciate that from each and every one of you, so thank you.
Well, thank you, John. And who's next? Councilman Ding?
I'm under these dials, I'm so experienced the council member. But I used under these dials, I still have chance call you Council Member Harrington and a former mayor too. And yeah, it's actually, I got 4 years ago, I got elected. Actually, I learning a lot from you. So especially you, like for our community safety, you bring out of the idea, but so help our city. We adopted some resolution. Even we also we even this election, we work together. We support us public safety for the Proposition 36, right? Yeah, and that's I think it's also for me it's a common goal too. And by the way, a lot of issue maybe have the different angle with different opinion, but we can under these styles we friendly to discuss to find what's the best way to our community for San Gabriel. And for the community service, I saw you for the Laguna. It's really you spend a lot of tremendous time to effort to help. And also, we're lucky got from Assembly Mike Fong to support it to the fund to restore the La Laguna. Right? Yeah, thank you for your service. I will miss you, but I think for the future council meeting, I wish you have the more public comments to help us to make a decision.
Well, you probably don't want me to make public comment. I don't have the same rules when I'm out there. No, Tony, I really do appreciate those kind words. I've seen some great, I would call it development and growth from you on council. Even though, as Denise says, I'm not older than you, but I was more experienced when you came on. I've seen a level of understanding and just outreach to the community. I think that's always your first instinct, is to really represent the community and figure out what people want. It's not what Tony wants or what the council wants. You really truly are an advocate for the people, and you're really engaged. Most people don't understand the energy that you put into this. It's even for me, I say, how does he do all this? It's so much energy, but I really have appreciated watching that over the years. I still don't know how you do it, but you do it. So I really appreciate everything you have done and are going to continue to do for our council. So thank you too.
Thank you. Thank you for your years, the hard work too. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Councilmember Ding and Councilmember Chen.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll keep my comments short and sweet because, as I often say, nobody wants to hear a politician talk too much. So, Councilman Harrington, thank you for your selfless service to the city of San Gabriel all these years, and especially your mentorship to me for the last 2 years. So I'll miss you up here, but we'll still see each other on the streets. I hope we remain friends. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Chan. It's been a pleasure also watching your career develop. I like the methodical and balanced discussions you bring to council. I really enjoy your comments and the details. I think that's part of the CPA in you. You like the details. I really will miss, some of the issues we've tackled together and some of the decisions we made, and I just hope you guys continue to make those important decisions and always keep the residents in mind when you're making those decisions, so thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Harrington.
Okay, well, thank you, Councilmember Chen. And this is really short and like a diabetes level sweet, too sweet.
That's going to be my new nickname, short and sweet.
Well, but I would like to make that really brief. But first, thank you so much, John, for you're such like an invaluable mentor to me that guiding me with the wisdom, experience since the day one I served as a council. I remember the first time when I was newly appointed, and you were the one that sharing your insights, like teaching me how to read the agenda more efficiently, some do's and don'ts of a council life, and most importantly, that how to trust my own judgment. And you also remind me that to make decisions based on common sense, even though that sometimes our version of common sense sometimes really different. But one thing that we always agree on was every decision that must come from our love to the city. So John, I think once again, I would say, once that you said that you will be back if something goes wrong with our city council. So we will do absolutely best to make sure that everything runs smoothly, because John, as much as we love you, we really don't want to see you back that soon. But thank you again. I mean, John, I really appreciate for your service, your guidance, your friendship, and you'll be missed. But your legacy will continue in this chamber. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Wu. I would also like to just give the public a little insight. When I first met Mayor Wu, he had told me that he wants to run for council, and what do I think about that? I said, watch out, watch what you wish for. But I've seen you also, like Tony, you've grown and brought a lot of wisdom, a lot of just very measured thought, but always trying to do your best to represent the people. And that's why we're here. We're not here for ourselves or anyone else. It really is to make this community the best it can be, and a great place to live, a great place to shop, a great place to just enjoy yourself. And you've done an excellent job at that, so I really appreciate your service.
Thank you, John. I hope I will see you soon, maybe the next Dumpling and Beer Festival.
Oh, before that. But Mayor, I did have a prepared speech because my wife said, keep it short, stay focused. So everyone knows I don't like to read written speeches. I kind of like to go off the cuff, but I don't want to hold people here that long. And I do appreciate all the comments, and I appreciate everything, all the certificates, but what this really gets down to is this is serving the people. And so I'll read my speech. While I was thinking about writing this speech, I was filled with immense gratitude and a great sense of achievement for what this council has done in the past 13 years, 9 months, 14 days. This journey's been nothing short of extraordinary. It would not have been possible without the unwavering support and dedication of a lot of individuals. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the citizens of San Gabriel. I can't express just how thankful I am that they've put their trust and confidence in me over these years. Their engagement, the feedback I get, participation in all levels at councils and at meetings and all of our events, it's been invaluable, the help from the community in shaping our policies, shaping our decisions. They are the heartbeat of our community. And their passion for making San Gabriel a better place, I've never seen another city like this. I've lived in other cities. It's been a constant source of motivation for me just to see the way people are involved in our community at every level. It's been an honor to serve you. I'll forever cherish the opportunity to have been your representative. Your voices have guided me, and together we've achieved some great progress. I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the staff. Their tireless efforts, professionalism, and the commitment to excellence for our city, it's been the backbone of the council's success. Every single one of you at one point have played a crucial role in ensuring that our city runs smoothly and efficiently. And a lot of times the staff's hard work at every level goes unnoticed, but it doesn't go unnoticed by me or the council members. We see it, and we do appreciate it. I just want to take this moment to acknowledge and appreciate each and every one of you individually, even though I can't single you out. You all know the work you do every day. Your dedication to serving our community is inspiring, and I've been grateful for staff support over these years. It's been amazing. I want to extend my gratitude to my fellow council members, serving alongside each one of you, and that goes for former council members as well. I've had some really great councils. We've been a dedicated, diverse group of individuals, and it's been our privilege to serve the community. Our debates, our discussions, our collaborations, we've enriched this community, I believe, and our understanding of governance and what councils are supposed to do is what's held us together as a cohesive council, a professional council, and like any one of us, we've all disagreed with each other, but we've always been professional, and I hope we can keep that going forward. Your integrity and dedication has been inspiring to me. Each one of you has brought a unique perspective to this council, and you've brought your experience, your personal experience, your professional experience to the table, and it's through these collaborative efforts that we've been able to actually make meaningful change to this community. Thank you for your camaraderie, thank you for your wisdom, and your unwavering commitment to make San Gabriel the best city in the region. Don't worry, I'm not done. That's a page turner. I go a lot longer when I'm not on a script. So, finally, I'd like to thank my family. Words cannot adequately convey my appreciation to what they've allowed me to do. Their endless support, their understanding of the time that this takes. It's really difficult when you're raising kids for the community to understand the sacrifices we make as public servants. Their patience, it's given me just great motivation to keep up this work. To Sonia and my daughters, I really want to thank them for standing through and just seeing some of the challenges and the accomplishments that this council has been through. Their love and their support have been my anchor, and I'm eternally grateful for the sacrifices that they've made to help me serve this community. As I step down from this role in City Council, I do so with a heart full of gratitude and pride in what we've accomplished together. I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot, and I have countless memorable moments. While my time in council has come to an end, my commitment to San Gabriel and its people will remain steadfast. I will continue to support and advocate for our values and for the principles that we've worked so hard as a council to uphold. As we look forward to the future, I'm filled with optimism and hope for this council. San Gabriel is brimming with potential and opportunity. With the collective efforts of our dedicated staff, our engaged citizens, our visionary leaders, I'm confident we'll continue to overcome the challenges and achieve new heights. The progress we've made is only the beginning, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for San Gabriel. So in closing, I want to thank each and every one of you, everybody here and everyone that we've dealt with, all of the residents, all of the citizens, all of the council members, my family. Your support has been instrumental in this, in the success of this council. Together, we've achieved great things, and I have no doubt San Gabriel will continue to thrive and prosper for years. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Harrington. I'm going to carry the most heavy plaque that I have ever had before, and we will have our council member to, let's take a photo. But thank you again for your service. You're dedicated, to your dedication to our community will be remembered. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
That's so movie. Yeah. OK，来，先看这边。来。
Let's do it. All 5 of us, okay? Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a... Next item, please.
Presentation of certificates of election and oath of office. Please come forward when your name is called. Tony Ding, member of the City Council. Congratulations.
Take it over.
The oath of office will be administered by State Senator Sasha Renee Perez.
My wife.
Yes,
Okay,
of course.
this.
Well, Councilmember Ding, it's really such a great honor to be able to administer the oath of office for you. You are not just a council member here for the city of San Gabriel, but you're an excellent public servant in that you are involved in so many organizations throughout the SGV region. And so I just wanted to read a little bit about you. For those that are here, I know you have so many supporters that are here, as well as for those who are getting to know you today so they can hear more about your work and what you do in this community. Councilmember Tony Ding was elected to the San Gabriel City Council in March of 2020. His priorities are attracting new and quality businesses while developing new streams of revenue for San Gabriel, improving infrastructure by resurfacing residential streets, fixing sidewalks, alleviating traffic issues and concerns, and increasing accountability and transparency by managing the budget efficiently and communicating more effectively with residents. Councilmember Ding established his first business in San Gabriel over 25 years ago and has been a resident of San Gabriel for 15 years. Currently, he operates his own business, TD Financial and Insurance Services, in the city of San Gabriel. Councilmember Ding is committed to community service and believes in giving back to the community. As a result, he has always been committed to serving the city of San Gabriel and the greater San Gabriel Valley and is a very active member of the community. Currently, he holds the following positions for various organizations, and I know many of those folks are here today in the audience. The San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce member, he's a San Gabriel Chamber of Commerce member, a Kiwanis Club member, San Gabriel Hope Lions Club founding member, and I Chinese American Political Action Committee honorary chairman, and Asian American Advocacy Alliance former president. As president of the Asian American Advocacy Alliance, Councilmember Ding is involved with a youth program which sponsors and teaches high school students the importance of the political process on a local, state, and federal level. Councilmember Ding is a graduate of Shanghai Jiao Tong University, where he earned his bachelor's degree and then went on to earn a master's degree in computer science in the United States. After he obtained his master's degree, he and his wife moved to San Gabriel, where he founded his first business. So we'll go ahead and start the oath of office. So please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Tony Ding,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemy, foreign and domestic.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
Then I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California.
that I take this obligation freely
I will take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion.
and that I will well and faithfully
I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duty
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am entered.
Congratulations, Councilmember.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Senator.
I do have a certificate for you as
Okay.
well, so I'd love to be able to present that to you. On behalf of the California State Senate, I congratulate you on being sworn in to continue your service on the San Gabriel City Council. Your commitment to enhancing the quality of life in our city is truly appreciated. I look forward to working with you and wish you the best of luck on all of your future endeavors. Congratulations.
Then I'm going to have you pivot this way. Perfect. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, Senator.
After the next oath of office, we'll have another opportunity for presentations. I'll now invite Councilmember Ding to resume his seat on the dais. Jorge Herrera Avila, member of the City Council. Now present you with your certificate of election. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The oath of office will be administered by LA County Assessor Jeffrey Prang.
I'm gonna have you look right here real quick. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you.
If I can have you come in closer. Perfect.
So, first of all, George, thank you very much for the honor of inviting me to be here to administer your oath of office. You've worked very hard for many years as an active member of the community. You're raising your family in the city. You worked really hard to get elected. I've served as an elected official for 17 years as a city council member and now for 10 years as the assessor. And as you begin, I thought I might take a moment to offer you a few words of advice. First, integrity. I urge you to work hard every day to earn and maintain the trust of the community, of your colleagues, and the staff. There's nothing more important. Secondly, spend more time listening than talking, particularly to the community and to your colleagues. Be willing to change your opinion if good information comes to you, and do not be afraid to admit when you're wrong. And finally, remember that success as a council member is based on simple math. You can do whatever you want as long as you can count to 3, which means it's really important that you maintain the trust and good working relationships with all of your colleagues so that you can persuade them that your vision for the city is a vision that they should share, and you in turn should recognize that they have a vision as well that you should work hard every day to support as well. You're going to be great. Work hard, listen, and remember that the people out here are the ones that you work for, and work hard for them every day. So let's do this. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, George Herrera,
I, George Herrera,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
and
that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
discharge the duties on which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations, council member.
Thank you.
Very proud of you. Thank you. Congratulations. The council member. I've got a little certificate.
Let me have you look here before you look over there. Right here, ready? Yeah. Just right there. Okay, look right here, and then I'm gonna have you look over here. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Thank you. Go ahead.
One last one here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, if we could have Councilmember Ding join us at the front of the dais. We do have several more presentations. Okay, as I call your name, please step forward to the podium and indicate who you're presenting to. The first person is Mike Ng on behalf of Congresswoman Judy Chu.
Well, thank you very much, and good evening again. I'll start with Councilmember Tony Ding. Again, Congresswoman Judy Chu sends her regrets as she's in Washington, D.C. this week and not able to attend. But she wanted to join me in comments about the newly re-elected Councilmember Tony Ding. Congresswoman Judy Chu and I both have known Councilman Ding for many years, especially since he was one of the founders of IPAC, an organization that has educated voters and provided academic contests for many youth for all the diverse communities in our area of the San Gabriel Valley. We commend Councilmember Ding for his dedication to public service, and we congratulate him on his recent re-election to the City Council of the great city of San Gabriel. On behalf of Congresswoman Judy Chu of the 28th District, it is my honor to present her certificate of congressional recognition to Councilman Tony Ding, and I'll do newly elected councilman, and I'll present the certificate to save time. Again, Congresswoman Judy Chu sends her regrets, Councilmember Herrera Avila, but she wanted to join me in comments about your new election. Councilmember Herrera Avila, I remember meeting you for the first time in a march against hate and for unity in my city of Monterey Park, and thereafter on many occasions. Congresswoman Judy Chu and I commend you on your recent election to the City Council of the great city of San Gabriel, and the Congresswoman has asked that you contact her or her staff for anything that you might need in pursuit of your new duties. So on behalf of Congresswoman Judy Chu, I'd like to present certificates of congressional recognition to newly re-elected Tony Ding and newly elected George Jorge Herrera Avila.
But here, please. Okay, 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, maybe one more for here yet. Okay, last one yet.
Here, one more time.
The next presenter is Senator Sasha Renee Perez.
It's really an honor to be here with you all today. I know both Councilmember Ding as well as now Councilmember Herrera. I've known both of you now for many years, having served in the city of Alhambra. San Gabriel is a beautiful city, and I certainly spend a lot of time here, and I'm so excited for you to continue your leadership, Councilmember Ding, and for you to be elected, Councilmember Herrera. I know this is something that you've been very dedicated to, and you put a lot of your energy into this campaign and to making it a reality, and it is really so exciting, to see you get elected. So I'm very proud to be here today. I already presented Councilmember Ding with his certificate, but I do have a certificate for you as well. On behalf of the California State Senate, I congratulate you on being sworn in to serve the San Gabriel City Council. Your commitment to enhancing the quality of life in our city is truly appreciated, and I look forward to working with you and wish you the best of luck in all of your future endeavors. So I'll present this to you. I also want to flag, I do actually have certificates for everyone because I thought you were doing your council rotation today. I misread the agenda. So if all of you would like to come down, I will be back here also in April to present you with certs too, but do have certificates for the mayor, the vice mayor, as well as Councilmember Chance.
Okay, one more for here yet. Okay, right in the middle, please. Okay, one more yet. Thank you. Yeah, can we just... Okay, one more for here, yeah, just last one, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Right here, please. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, so busy today, right? I mean, you.
You too, everywhere.
Yeah, I really will for me, yeah. I mean, that is my job. That is your job too, yeah.
Similar.
Yeah.对对，他只是要办给整个 city。
The next presenter is Edith Gonzalez for Supervisor Hilda Solis. The next presenter is Assemblymember Mike Fong.
Good evening, San Gabriel City Council. It's a distinct honor and privilege to join you here today for this wonderful event. And I want to wish all of you a wonderful holiday season. And it's great to see the leadership and efforts of this council and the work and efforts going forward as well. And I'll first start with Councilmember Tony Ding and then Councilmember Edetta. Councilmember Ding, thank you so much for your service and leadership. You've been tenacious in the work and efforts here at the city of San Gabriel. I truly see you everywhere in the San Gabriel Valley, and you're not just in the city of San Gabriel, you're pretty much a regional lead in the work and efforts in Sacramento with the rest of your colleagues to advocate at the League of California Cities and efforts here, and your leadership and efforts at IPAC, your leadership and efforts at the Lions Club, your leadership and efforts in many, many organizations. You are truly a public servant and somebody who is doing tremendous work, and I'm so grateful for your service and your leadership and a partnership with the San Gabriel City Council on the 3 district budget requests that we were able to do with La Laguna Playground, with Asian Youth Center, and La Casa de San Gabriel, and to our Vice Mayor Denise Menchaca, to our Mayor John Wu, to our council member, and thank you, Eric Chen, for all your leadership and efforts. And so, Tony, we're so happy. Congratulations and best wishes on your second term, and we know you'll do tremendous work there. And to Councilmember Jorge Herrera Avila, a big congratulations on your election. As the senator has mentioned, your hard work and efforts in building out a coalition here in the city of San Gabriel, and also your work and efforts in the community as well. I've seen you many, many different events throughout the San Gabriel Valley and throughout Southern California. And as a testament to your work and efforts as well in reaching out to the community, your commitment to serving the city here is just tremendous, and we look forward to your leadership going forward here on the council and the work and efforts that you'll be doing with everybody here in partnership together to continue to uplift the great city of San Gabriel. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your leadership and efforts. And with that, I'd like to present certificates on behalf of the California State Assembly and the 49th District to the Honorable Tony Ding and the Honorable Jorge Herrera Avila. Congratulations and best wishes.
happy together.
The next presenter is LA County Assessor Jeffrey Prang.
Thank you very much. George, I would say more, but I think I said as much as I need to about you. But once again, congratulations. You already have my certificate. Make a copy of that and put it with your tax bill, see if it helps. But Tony, I'm really proud to be here to celebrate with you your reelection. You and I have known each other for a long time, and what I really love about you is the care and the compassion you have for this community, the hard work that you put in, the fact that you are always available to anybody who needs your ear. You listen, and you do what you say you're going to do. I think the city of San Gabriel is better for your being here, and I think that was reflected in the results of the voters. It's just a real pleasure to know you and to have worked with you for more than 10 years in public office. I look forward to our partnership over the next 4 years with you, with George, and with all of your colleagues. I am also, I was designated to be a temporary field deputy as well to Supervisor Hilda Solis, whose representative couldn't be here. So I have 2 certificates for you, one from the County of Los Angeles Office of Assessor and one from Supervisor Hilda Solis. Congratulations to both of you and good luck over the next term.
Can I have a group?
Next, we have Ross Meza for the Alhambra City Council.
Much nice to see you all again. Councilmember Ding, want to congratulate you on your re-election to the San Gabriel City Council. You know, I've known you for a number of years now. It's amazing how quickly time passes. But I know you've done a lot of great work for the city of San Gabriel, not only the city of San Gabriel, but the region as well. So I want to congratulate you for that, offer my gratitude. And on behalf of the city of Alhambra and the Alhambra City Council, we congratulate you and hope that you will be, your achievements will continue alongside your council colleagues. So congratulations. And now to my good friend, Jorge Herrera Avila. You know, it's surreal that you are here. You are a part of the San Gabriel City Council now. Want to congratulate you. I know that, in the number of years and the many conversations that you've had, you have a lot of passion for the city of San Gabriel, a lot of love, and definitely want to wish you the best as you continue to make decisions along your council colleagues, always with love. As our tax assessor said just 3 minutes ago, that everything be done with integrity, with a passion, and with love for the city of San Gabriel. And as long as that is done, I think all your decisions along your council colleagues will be tremendous as your achievements on behalf of the city of San Gabriel continue. So, again, congratulations. I'm here for both of you, next door as your neighbor on the Alhambra City Council for anything you might need. And hopefully our friendship continues for many years. Congratulations to you both. Absolutely.
Next, we have Henry Lowe, Vin No, and Elizabeth Yang from Monterey Park City Council.
Oh, there you are. We actually, on behalf of the city of Monterey Park, we actually have almost the entire council. So we'll do the honorable thing, and which is to keep it within 1 minute.
Yes.
Congratulations to both of you, Tony for being reelected, George for being first-time members. We're here to serve the community. God bless. Please serve the community. We look forward to working with the city of San Gabriel. Thank you. We'll have Mayor Pro Tem.
Congratulations to both of you, my dear friends. Tony, thank you for your years of mentorship to me, as well as introducing and your leadership in IPAC as well. George, it's a pleasure to serve with you on the AYC board and looking forward to your leadership as well. Hope you guys collaborate and work together. The voters here, everybody voted for you guys. They believe in you. So do your best for the city. We all believe in you guys. Congratulations.
I'll have you know I broke a bunch of speed laws coming here from the airport. But because I said I didn't want to miss my dear friends being sworn in, so Tony, George, congratulations, and just our colleagues, San Gabriel, the city with a mission, because we're neighbors and we have regional interests, regional needs, and let's work together. Thank you.
I'll just say ditto, except for breaking the speed laws. I did not do that. But congratulations to you both. Look forward to working with you as partners and neighbors in the San Gabriel Valley. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Okay, can I have a group picture right here? Yeah? Okay, everybody right here, please. Okay, one more over here, yeah? Thank you.
Okay, look at here. Okay. Okay, everybody look at here one more time.
Paul Chang and Arcadia City Council members.
Go. All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Michael Cobb. I'm the mayor of the city of Arcadia.
I'm really lucky to have our fellow Arcadia City Council, Councilmember Eileen Wang, Councilmember David Fu, Councilmember Paul Cheng. We're here because we want to congratulate both Councilmember Tony Ding and Councilmember George Herrera on being elected to the San Gabriel City Council. We know that both of you are going to do a great job, and we want to wish you the best of success. I'm going to turn it over to Councilmember Wang.
Congratulations to Tony and George, and I'm looking forward to work with you guys between the city of San Gabriel and the city of Arcadia. Congratulations to you. Thank you.
Councilmember Fu.
And George and Tony, what she said. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Okay. The best of luck to you. Hope you have a great time, a great holiday season. I know you're going to do really great. Thank you.
There was a lady, she is dying of Parkinson's in the city of Arcadia. And as she laid there and I went up to her, she whispered to me the following 4 things that I ask that you consider as well. Pray. Pray like Tony Ding prays. Every prayer leads to the same person. Love America. Your family came here for a reason. It's time to love America again. Respect veterans and first responders. But for the veterans, many of us would not be here. The first responders keep us safe. That's why we live in this great city. And the 4th thing is love thy neighbor. COVID taught us that life is short, and I pray that you serve so that your neighbors love each other once again. With that being said, thank you so much, and we're so excited to have all 4 of our council members here. God bless you. Tony Ding, thank you for your service. George Herrera, welcome as a colleague. Thank you.
Is there anyone else that wishes to present?
Okay, everybody, one more for here yet?
So Chief City Clerk, do we have more presentation?
Okay, Council members Ding and Herrera Avila, I invite you to take your seats on the dais.
So at the conclusion of tonight's meeting, we invite you to join us for dessert in the council chamber lobby. Next item, please.
Did you want to invite the council members to comment?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Okay, so Councilmember Ding, would you like to make some comment? Thank you.
Not us, but you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's for the 4 years ago, I got elected. It's COVID-19. I swear in, it's by the phone. Okay. But for me, it's the first time in person of swearing for the council member. So I want to take this moment to express my deepest gratitude to each of every one of you re-electing me to serve our city of San Gabriel. Thank you all to support me. Okay. As we moving forward, I remain committed to focus issue and for the public safety, improvement for our infrastructure, supporting and small business, and promote our transparency in the local government. Together, we will continue to build a city that's safe vibrate, and economical shredding. I'm looking forward to working alongside all of you and make San Gabriel City is a better place to call the home. Thank you all, and also thanks to my council colleague, thanks to our city staff. So last 4 years, give me the chance to have the good service for our community. And actually, for me, it's same to the 4 years ago. Council member or whatever mayor, just for the servant, not for the title. That's my compassion. That's my goal. So anything like a resident, you need a help or you need a voice, no matter I agree or disagree, I'll definitely bring to our dials to discuss, to help our community is better. Thank you all.
Councilmember, thank you. And now, Councilmember Avila.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for being here and supporting me. I'm just deeply honored that the San Gabriel has chosen to vote for me and to trust me. We had about 4,350 voters vote for me, and that's nearly 2,000 more than the runner-up. And I think that's really a humbling experience to have so much strong support for from the residents. So with that said, I want to make sure that the residents know that this is you. This race is about you. It's not about me, it's about us. And that I will stay committed to the residents and not to any special interest, that I'm here for your interests first and foremost. I want to dedicate this win to my little baby that was born in the middle of the election, little Maple Jubilee. When you grow up, I want you to be proud of your dad that's going to lead and will continue to lead with integrity. Once you were born, my whole focus, my magnet changed. My center became her, you, Maple Jubilee. And I will continue to lay the foundation so that you can be proud of your dad here. And one day, maybe this is you on a dais or become a lawyer. That's what I want for her, but we will see how that goes, right? So another person that I want to thank is a very deep person that's very deep to my heart, and that's my wife, my compass, the person that told me to keep going even though when I was tired, when it was 100 and something degrees out, if you guys remember this last summer, and told me you get rest after. But I'm finding out that there's going to be no rest or minimal rest. So thank you, Ting. I know you're watching somewhere. I don't see you in here, but I had so many people here that I had to put them downstairs in another room. So for those people watching me on the screen that are here that couldn't make it to the room, thank you so much. Ting, this is you. This is pushing me. I'm really proud of you and the teamwork that we have created and the family that we're establishing. To my family and my friends, thank you so much for supporting me, for going out to walk for me, to making phone calls, and just for encouraging me. And also a big thanks to all the volunteers, especially the youth volunteers. Every single one of you guys and girls, thank you so much. I can't name all of you. There's a tremendous amount of support that I got, but thank you. You know who you are and really want to appreciate or show you my appreciation. And again, thanks to the residents of San Gabriel for your trust, for your vote. I will work hard to deliver on the promises that I made. The campaign was not without challenges, but through it all, I found strength in the words of Psalms 23:4. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. This verse reminds us that we can face even the hardest challenges, but we can find comfort in the Lord. And thank you. particular, I hear you saying for establishing Bible studies in the middle of this whole election. It wasn't easy. Comfort His word. So now it's time to get to work. The things that I promised to deliver and the things that I will focus my time and my effort will continue to be the three pillars: public safety, infrastructure, and youth empowerment. And I will stay strongly committed to the residents of San Gabriel. This campaign was about you, the residents. And I will always remember that. And I see a lot of residents here today, and remember that and quote me anytime that you want. I'm here to work for you and nobody else. With that said, thank you. May God bless you all. And may God bless the beautiful city of San Gabriel. Thank you.
So at the conclusion for tonight's meeting, we have some cake for you in the council chamber lobby, so you can enjoy it. And next item, please.
City Council reorganization. City Manager Lazaretto will make the presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. The government code requires that after an election, we have to select a mayor and a vice mayor. Those of you who have been on council for a couple of years will remember that we have a standing policy that we have continued that mayor and vice mayor from the current mayor and vice mayor until early 2025, and then we do our reorg at that time. So the staff recommendation would be to select the mayor and continue with Mayor John Wu and Vice Mayor as Vice Mayor Denise Menchaca until April the 1st of 2025. And then we would do a reorg at that time. Alternatively, the council could choose to select a mayor and a vice mayor now, but that would be out of, not compliance, but it would be out of keeping with our current standing policy. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mark. Does any council member has a question for Mark to city manager to clarify the report? I see none. City clerk, do we have any public comment?
We do, Mr. Mayor. Andrew.
Thank you.
Is it on? Yeah. Today, what I want to speak to is election interference. During this campaign, as we all know, there was lies made about now our new elected city council member, right? There was members here of the city council that ran with it in violation of the Brown Act at times. There was people who were also candidates that ran with it. Our police department posted on their website about it. We had a member who writes in one of the local throwaway newspapers that wrote about it. We have a failing candidate who talked about that he claimed to be the manager of the city of San Gabriel, which he never did. This is campaign interference. What happened was, and also the Asian American Political Action Committee. They all ran with this to try to instill mistrust in his campaign. And the reason they did this is because these people, what they're trying to do is they're trying to instill mistrust in our democracy of this city, of this state, of this country. When you instill that type of mistrust in elections, what happens? There's nothing left. This democracy leaves and dictatorship takes over. And that's what they were trying to do, is trying to make it as though he was a liar. He was not a liar. No, I got every one of his campaign flyers. There was no campaign flyer that stated he was the manager of the city of San Gabriel ever. But it was talked about up at this dais. You guys, violation of the Brown Act. Keith, the city attorney, he almost told you to shut up, Denise, one day. He stopped you because you ran with it. You try to instill this mistrust in our elections. That has to stop. Everyone who was involved in that needs to be exposed. It has to stop.
Thank you. Any other comments? No. Okay. So it's now time for council's discussion. Who would like to start?
I was just going to move to approve the staff recommendation.
Okay. I have a motion that's been made by Vice Mayor Menchaca. Do we have second?
Okay, all right. So, because I want to give it to the
Oh, I'm sorry.
council.
You have comment?
No. So, yeah, I second.
Just, sorry, clarification, Vice Mayor Menchaca, she moved to accept the first recommendation, correct?
Thank you for that. Yes, the recommendation is to continue with the terms of Mayor Wu and myself, Vice Mayor, until April or March, until the meeting in March.
Okay, thank you. Just because for the audience, there's another alternate option, so just wanted to clarify for our records. Thank you.
So Mark, yes.
Just to clarify, Vice Mayor Menchaca, the staff recommendation was April 1st, which is the first meeting in April.
Let me restate it. I move to approve the staff recommendation with the amendment that instead of March, it would be April. Is that correct? Okay.
So I have a motion made by the Vice Mayor Menchaca. Do I have any second?
I second.
Okay, and second by Councilmember Ding. Please vote.
Motion passes by a vote of 5-0.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Public comment. Our first speaker is Sylvia Ramos.
Thank you very much. That's Sylvia Ramos, and I'm thankful to be here. Thank you very much for allowing me the opportunity. I'm compelled to be here and speak in front of you in favor of what was spoken earlier for the police department. I'm hearing a lot of words wander, and I'm hearing the master plan, I'm hearing the budget, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that, I'm hearing transparency, I'm hearing integrity. Those words are only as good as they are if you implement them with character. So what I want to say here is to our legal counsel, mayor, city manager, and both city clerks, all of you, and for those that also believe, those of you that have attended, Tony, Ding, and myself, and many of us have attended the First Citizens Academy for the police department. For those of you that go around, jumping back and forth about budget and this and that, let's make it relevant. Why are we putting manufactured homes? We're putting our police officers in manufactured homes. Let's be real, they're trailers. Okay, that is a huge embarrassment with surrounding cities in our community that have these departments. And let's not just talk about luxury. Let's just talk about what it offers. Have we even made it public to the community what it really encompasses? It encompasses a whole lot. But in reality, at the end of the day, the reason why we all sleep well at night is because every single one of these officers that are here and the ones that are out there in the foyer, let's not be hypocrite with each other. I heard Paul Chang, Councilmember Paul Chang, mention prayer. I pray, and I pray to God that we all become true to ourselves and become better neighbors to each other and stop the hypocrisy and the name tossing. We're adults. Let's be adults about this, and let's be relevant to each other. We vote, either we vote for you or we don't vote for you, we come together. I keep hearing the word united. When you go home tonight, really stop and think about when you lie down, what that really means. What does that mean? Does that mean that we're gonna pick at each other? We're gonna poke at each other out there? We're gonna call each other out our names? I mean, who are we? What are we? At the end of the day, what are we? What are we really? I hope that we're compassionate human beings. I see all the billboards, I see all the posters, and I see the poster boy, the poster girl, whatever. Let's just be real with each other, and let's help the department. Let's help the police department. I'm grateful that they've been there for me many times. I hope to God that none of you ever need them the way I have needed them. I've heard disparaging things out there, people saying, oh, it's my friend, it's this and that. Well, let's be honest with each other. There's three truths. There's your truth, their truth, and the real truth. So let's grow together. Let's not tell each other out in the streets, oh, I'm here, I want your vote. Thank you, come to me, I promise I will help you. Well, I'm gonna be at these city council meetings and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna observe and watch you and I'm gonna say, damn it, do your job. Thank you for allowing me to be heard. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Thank you.
The next speaker is Lily Jing.
Good evening, San Gabriel officers. My name is Lily Jiang. I'm a business owner in San Gabriel City. Actually, first I want to see on October, my car was smashed by someone in Golden Plaza. At that moment, George Harris called me, trying to help me, and also, report to the San Gabriel police station. Actually, I lost $20,000, but the police only come to my business plaza, make a report. That's it. So on October 31st, I went to police department. They still just give me a police report and said, actually, I already showed all the evidence to the police station. They said, you need to call the detective department. Actually, I feel really hurt. At that moment, George Harris helped us, say we need to keep the community safety. So somebody said he's a liar. I don't think so. See, I think in this room, half of the members will support George Harris. And also, who take all the children together to clean our community. And he also helped to make together to try to help our community. I don't think he's a liar. And also, why, you guys, someone put the news in November and said, like misunderstanding. I don't think so. I think just that, my unit is not really good, but I hope, as an officer, we work together, trying to help our community. It's not only me. I have so many friends. Their car was stolen by someone, and their house stolen by someone, but in San Gabriel community. But of the police station, they do nothing. They just make a police report. Actually, in October and last September, the same Golden Plaza, somebody stolen my car, like $5,000. I report police station, but nothing. So I hope in San Gabriel community, you guys officers, just put more attention to our community safety. But my point is, I don't think my friend George Harris is a liar. I think he deserves our support. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Any
The
other?
next speaker is Andrew.
Yeah, so I showed up a little late today. I had a family event to go to. What I want to speak to, they're talking about this modular piece they want to add to the police department. And I like to refer to it kind of like what they did with our streets. It's just lipstick on a pig. What the community needs to know is that, over a decade ago, we passed the TOT, the transient occupancy tax. That was supposed to be used for our public safety building. And then we passed, a few years ago, we passed Measure SG. That was supposed to go towards our public safety building. And that money has all been squandered. We have guys like Mark Lazzarato earns more money than the governor of the state of California. And that's where our money's going. you know, and that's just wages. We're not talking about everything else he gets on top of that. Because I was told by a previous mayor, city council member, that it's a lot of money that goes his way. That's where our money's going. Our chief of police makes more money than the governor of the state of California. That's where our money's going. It's not going into our infrastructure. If you look at the budget, very little goes towards our infrastructure. But that TOT tax, which is bringing in many millions of dollars, and it's been doing it for at least a decade now, the Measure SG, it was $3.2 million when it was first passed. What did the city do? They gave themselves a $3.2 million raise, and all that money left with them to their homes. That's what happened. Now, this year, I believe, the last budget I saw, it's $5.2 million, right? When they proposed when they brought in the consultants that were going to do the survey, we paid them $37,000 to survey 350 people, so around $100 a person. I spoke to a few people that were surveyed. It said it took a couple of minutes. Why didn't we just put it on the ballot? It would have only cost us a few $1,000s, but we gave away $37,000 so they could tell us nobody wants their taxes to go up. Everybody knows that. And like I told Mark, you could have bought me a piece of cake from the Paris Baguette, and I would have gave him the answer. He didn't have to spend that money. But that's where our money's going. The taxes that are being paid in this city are astronomical, and they're not going to pay for the infrastructure in this city, that police department being one of them. And I've been into the thing. I was in the Citizens Academy, and I also went again when it was the Community Academy. And the place is beat up. But we had the money, but they squandered it. I wish John Harrington was here, because he was here long enough to know all that money was squandered. So that's where what the city council needs to investigate. Why isn't that money being used for our police department?
Okay, thank you.
I have no more speaker cards.
Okay, thank you. Then the next item, city manager report. Okay, then council comments and conference meeting report. Anyone? Please, Vice Mayor.
One, sorry. I just wanted to wish everyone happy holidays, Merry Christmas. We're not going to have a meeting for another month because our first meeting's has been canceled. So if I don't see you out there in the community, I just wanted to say, wish you all very well. So thank you, and that goes to Mark and our. What do we call you? Because you're not Keith. You're the
Martin.
No, but you're not the city attorney. Do we call you the assistant city attorney? Okay. Want to make sure you have the right title. So anyway, thank you, Martin, for all you've done too. That's all.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Anyone else? Yes, Councilmember Chan.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll try to keep this brief. Just a couple events that I attended since our last meeting. On December 7th, I visited the Hayes House, which is 546 West Broadway. It's now that the repairs are complete, and it now serves as a museum and the headquarters for the San Gabriel Historical Association. It was very interesting and educational, and it had really cool displays. So I highly, it's fully staffed by volunteers. So they can't be open all the time, but they're trying to be open the first Saturday of every month. I highly recommend that anyone in our community or outside of our community go visit. So it was really nice. The only other item I have is on the 16th, which is yesterday, at 8:30 a.m. There was a new playground dedication ceremony at Coolidge Elementary School in our own San Gabriel Unified School District. And so now all those kids at that school have a state-of-the-art playground equipment, much better than when I was a kid. So I hope they enjoy it. And that's all I have, except just happy holidays to everyone, and we'll see you at our next meeting. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I yield.
Thank you, Councilmember Chin. Anyone else? Yes, Councilmember Ding.
Yeah, okay. The last 2 weeks, I still have a lot of the event need attended, but I think It's on the December 11. I have a chance to attend our new Los Angeles City, the chief, police chief, the Jim McDonald, the reception from our Chinese community. Yeah, and just have an opportunity. I have a chance to talk to our chief Edward to meet. We are community, the safety, not just for our city of San Gabriel. So it's our neighborhood city. We have to share the information to keep our city safety. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's my report. And happy holiday, and God bless everyone.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Dean. Anything? Councilmember Hera?
Just briefly, I just started already today, but I actually had a tour by the chief at the police station, and I want to thank him for allowing me to get that tour. I have a lot of different tours and planned for the next month, and I'm looking forward to understand what the city needs. And I want to thank Nancy, Mark, that's your assistant. I find it very impressive, all the work she does, and she gets to manage all 5 of us, so that's pretty impressive. And I never heard her name before until now. So Nancy, if you're listening, thank you so much. It sounds like you're one of the backbones of the city. And thanks, Mark. I was able to get a meeting with most of the department heads to better understand what we need in the city. And it's a lot of work, and I'm not going to stand here and sit here and say that I'm going to do it all alone. And I want to just commend the city council itself for all the work that you guys have done already. This past election has shown me how much passion you guys have for the city. And just look forward to working with each and every single one of you guys. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year's to everyone.
Okay, thank you. I just have a very brief report. And on December 8th, I had an honor to attend the fundraising event hosted by the World Relief Chamber of Music, dedicated to supporting the humanitarian ads for the crisis in Sudan. And also yesterday, I just want to add a little bit more on top of Council Member Chen's comments that I have actually joined my colleagues, Vice Mayor, and also Councilmember Chen and City Manager Lazardo, and also our Director, Rebecca Perez, at the ribbon cutting ceremony for the new playground at the Coolidge Elementary School. But I would like to emphasize that City of San Gabriel has proudly approved $100,000 earlier in June, that in funding the further to support the projects that create more open space for all kids in our community. So now it's open to the public after school time, weekday, weekend, and anytime it's very accessible. So I just want to add it up. And thank you very much. That concludes my report. Closing section, we have none. And the regular council meeting scheduled for Tuesday, January 7, 2025, and has been canceled. So next regular city council meeting will be held on Tuesday, January 21st, 2025 at 6:30 p.m.